fans, welcome back to another great hour of Mountain State Wrestling. Jonathan Styles, joined by the rock star, outlaw Stephen Hensley. And
rock star, thank you.
Whatever. You don't want to miss October coming up. Scream Fest 3. It's going to be historic, and you're going to want to be there. Check mountainstatewrestling.com to keep up with all the details.
But today we've got a big double main event for you. It's going to be the legit hit Bryan Kyle taking on the Bandit, as well as Dwayne Tenney going up against Dynamite Derik Billings.
This is Commissioner Larry Light. If your club, or your school, or your civic organization would like to have the great stars of NWA Mountain State Wrestling come to your town, you give us a call at area code 304-673-2054 or check us out on the web at mountainstatewrestling.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Now let's go to the backstage area and get comments from the Maestro and God's gift to professional wrestling, Jason the Gift Kincaid.
Jason the Gift Kincaid, congratulations. You got one up on me. The Gift Garage is running roughshod once again in the NWA Mountain State. You guys made a pact. You worked together cohesively as a unit. I respect that. I do very much. You know, I've been part of factions before. I've had friends I've helped out. You know, that's all fine and good. But now, it's you and me. One-on-one. Jason, this isn't the first time we've wrestled each other one-on-one. We've had some classics. We've had some battles. You've darn near kicked my head off. But my friend, tonight's tonight. This Drozilla's going to bring fire. It's going to be all over you like white on rice, boy. So you bring the Gift Garage. You bring whatever you got. Because not Bulldozer, not the Gift Garage. That's going to stop the People's Champion from getting the payback and the receipt. Bring it. Ooh la la.
Maestro. The Maestro of professional wrestling. Well, I showed you how I can conduct my own orchestra. You know what? And it's going to happen again. But this time it's going to happen for the title. Because that title, the NWA Mountain State Heavyweight Championship, that is my birthright. I, by right of birth, own that title. I am the best wrestler in West Virginia. I am the best wrestler in West Virginia's history. And tonight, I'm going to prove it.
Now let's go to the ring for our opening contest. There you see him, God's gift to professional wrestling, Jason the Gift Kincaid.
Well, I definitely agree with you there, Stevie. He definitely has earned his place in Mountain State Wrestling and other federations. And so is this man.
Was that a young Robbie Eagle? No, it's an old Robbie Eagle.
Oh! It is a
I remember as a child, I saw Robbie Eagle, the Maestro of the Stro, as you know him, wrestling, Smoky Mountain Wrestling, and brilliant series of matches going up against the likes of Chris Candino feuding over that television title. I don't know if you can remember that far back.
I can.
I know you only have so many brain cells left. It's okay. If I were you, I'd spend most of my time hitting my head against the wall, too.
Yeah, I hit my head against the wall because I'm out here with you every Sunday morning.
I know, it's hard to compete with me.
But as far as it goes, I do got to give credit where credit is due, and the history that this man has had in Smoky Mountain Wrestling, in Japan, in Mexico, everywhere.
Debut match was against Sting. Can you imagine being a young man staring across the ring, your first professional match in the big leagues? You're looking across the ring at Sting?
Yeah.
Good Lord. The fact that you can make it up to a point where you can wrestle that man, let alone compete with him, that's a testament to the Stro's abilities.
Which is why he's also our heavyweight champion. Let's go to the ring.
That's why he's in a position to pretend that he deserves that heavyweight title. He's not the heavyweight champ, though. But still, long lineage behind the Stro and a victory over him, that's still a feather in your cap.
He is Jason the Gift Kincaid. And this corner right here, he is the NWA Mountain State Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, weighing in at 235 pounds, formerly from New York City, now resides in West Virginia. He is the Maestro.
Wrestler of the Year! Yay!
Boo!
2009 Wrestler of the Year, the Maestro. What?
I think the Stro just winked at you.
Ooh la la!
They're kind of like that.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. That's what I heard.
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to legit hit Bryan Kyle.
Nobody important. I
You might
gotcha.
not
All
recognize him
right.
because you don't get to sit in the winner's circle very often. And the gift, early advance, forces the Stro back into the corner from that collar and elbow tie-up. Gives him a nice shove to the chest to let him know where he's at, who he's in the ring against.
And I tell you, you talk about history, Steve. These two men had a great history for over a year.
Two former heavyweight champions there.
And now you got...
Jason the Gift coming out of the corner, back to the collar and elbow tie-up.
And Jason the Gift Kincaid also losing the heavyweight championship under what some would call, like you, suspect circumstances, that the referee was knocked out. Princeton, West Virginia. I was there. 2 out of 3 falls where the Maestro regained the heavyweight title from Jason the Gift Kincaid.
And the Stro going down to the mat, grabs hold of the arm, has the Gift's face firmly planted in his heels as he pulls him down to the canvas. Positioning over top of the shoulders now, pushing back while holding on to the arms. This is a submission / a pinfall maneuver attempt here by the Stro on Jason the Gift Kincaid.
And look who's joining us right now, Steve Hensley, the #1 contender for the heavyweight title, the Bulldozer.
That's the most destructive force in professional wrestling today.
Hey, give me a shot. Here, you get out of here. You take a break. I'm going to go sit here with my buddy, and we're going to call this fantastic match right here.
I'm glad to see you got rid of the trash for me. So
oh, you're welcome anytime. Every time I listen to NWA Mountain State Television and I hear this piece of garbage right here talk, it makes me sick. I get so bored hearing him, it makes me fall asleep. But you, my friend, you are the whole show, and I'm here to commentate with the best.
And sir, I've got to say, I can't wait to see you run roughshod over this sham of a pretend heavyweight champion here, the Maestro. I can't wait to see you take him apart.
Oh, it's going to be pleasant. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be a masterpiece. You see, I ain't no artist or anything, but one thing I do know how to do is destroy people. And what you see, what it's going to happen here in a few weeks, whatever that match may be, the show will realize why I am the future of this business, and he's nothing but an old has-been.
Well, a lot of people would say that the atomic bomb doesn't leave a pretty sight, but you can't argue the effectiveness of a destructive force of nature like the atomic bomb and a destructive force of professional wrestling like the Bulldozer. And you see in the ring here, the Stro with the Gift on his shoulders, putting him up on the top rope, taking a pot shot at the Gift taking exception to that, giving the Stro a little receipt there with a slap to the jaw. I bet you'd love to give him a slap to the jaw too, wouldn't you?
Oh, yes, definitely. I'd love to do more than slap and jaw. I like to knock his teeth down his throat.
I'd like to see that too. I bet Mama Dozer would like to see that too.
Oh, yes, Mama Dozer would be proud.
The Gift with the nice European uppercut to the Stro.
Oh! See, one thing I always like Jason Kincaid. I remember when I first got into business, I started watching him on television. He's one reason why I got into this. Oh, now see, that was uncalled for. Now see, that was uncalled for. Oh!
Belly to back suplex by the Stro there.
Come on, Jason, kick out. Yes. All right.
Jason Gift thankfully kicks out of that. And the Maestro right back to a rear waist lock. Rolling the Gift over to a pinfall attempt there.
Come on, Gift. Come on, Gift.
No avail there, though. Stro going back to that pinfall attempt there, holding on to that rear waist lock. But the Gift, using his momentum, rolls back over. And he's in a sitting position now, trying to make his way to a vertical base. Starting that process, getting up to a knee, holding on to the wrist of the Stro for position. The Stro holding on to the Gift, though. Looks like he's going for a wrestling there.
Oh, that wasn't cool.
Had to fight for that one, but can't argue the effectiveness of it, unfortunately.
Come on, Jason, kick out.
Nice kick out there by the Gift. I'm sure what you're looking for in this match right now, you're measuring the Stro, trying to see where his weaknesses are. I know that you're not very concerned with how you hurt him because you know you can, but you're looking for a particular point of attack, I imagine.
Yes. Man, you know, I hate the one thing I hate about this place, about NWA Mountain State, is that man that runs her mouth all the time. She belongs in a zoo, man. You know, every time I go to a show, she's always there wrapping her mouth. She needs to go back to the zoo.
I didn't know she was a fan. I thought she was a homeless mutt and ran in off the street the way that she just yells and barks. I can't even make out the English language.
Hey, I told you to get out of here.
Sit down and shut up. Go! Going back to that armbar lock there. Using his legs to hold on to momentum, but you see the veteran instincts of Jason the Gift Kincaid going over the ropes, breaking up that submission maneuver. Great binds the leg of the Stro, and now the Gift has a submission maneuver of his own locked in there.
5 minutes have gone by in this match, my friend. Now, to answer your question, I've studied tapes of the Stro. One reason why I came to NWA Mountain State was because I wanted to take out the Stro for good. For years, I've heard about this man. What promotion was he in?
WCW, Smoky Mountain Wrestling.
What's WCW?
World Championship Wrestling.
I've never heard of him, but let me tell you something right now. See, what the Maestro doesn't have that I have is agility and size and power for the big man. See, I am the best big man in West Virginia, bar none. You see, what I see right here is I see the Stro getting his butt whipped by the future of this business, not like myself. You see, Jason Kincaid is the future of this business. The Gift Garage is the future of this business. The Bulldozer is the future of this business. And no one can stop us.
You have a hard time saying anything but the truth, don't you? Inverted atomic drop there by the Stro on the Gift.
Oh!
Maybe he's singing soprano, but he's not out this one. Super kick to the chin, though. 1.
Hey, Ralph, he grabbed the tights. He pulled the tights. I saw it.
You know, I thought I saw that, too. Sweeps the leg of the Gift out from under him.
Oh!
Now the Stro grapevining that leg, pulling back by the ankle there, positioning his knee directly over the tip of the toe, and pointing in the opposite direction of the rest of the leg. And this could be a great strategy on the part of the Stro. I don't like to admit it, but he does have the brain of a wrestler on occasion. Take the ankle away from the Gift, it's not going to be able to jump around that ring and make use of the speed and agility he's so well known for.
No, he won't.
But the Gift, this is something we don't talk about a whole lot because we're used to talking about the aerial maneuvers, but the Gift has a fantastic base knowledge of mat wrestling.
Yes, he does.
Has the legs locked up, has the head of the Maestro locked up, pulling on the hair there. It's a little bit of 50-50 there, insult an injury.
I don't see no player pulling by the Gift. I just see him grabbing, I just see the leg vine, that's all I see.
I'm mistaken, he was grabbing onto the sagging wrinkles of the Maestro's forehead.
Oh, sorry. Come on!
Nice Cobra clutch here by the Stro. Releases immediately though, goes for a single leg takedown. Back up to a vertical base.
Come on!
And it looks like he may be going for some kind of a modified Indian deathlock style maneuver.
I've seen this hold. I've seen Chief J Strongbow use it back in the day. It's very dangerous. Very dangerous hold. But I think the Gift will be able to get out of it real easily. Come on, Gift!
Even if he can't get out of it easy, the one thing you can count on is he'll find a way out.
Yes.
They don't call him God's gift to professional wrestling for no reason.
That is true. That is very true.
Just like we don't call you the most destructive force in Mountain State Wrestling today for no reason.
That's right. That's right. I like to see somebody try to take that name away from me. There ain't nobody in NWA Mountain State that can.
You know, I think I heard Jonathan Styles say earlier that he could. He said something about he could get you on your back for $50 and a steak dinner, I believe.
When I'm through with Jonathan Styles, he ain't gonna be nothing but my girlfriend.
It's kind of like picking up a little bonus meat from Applebee's, dipping it in some southern barbecue sauce and eating it, isn't it, big man?
Have you ever tried their meatballs with the cheddar cheese inside yet? That is very good.
Filled with cheese, just like
I told you to get out of here.
But you see the Gift there.
Shoot.
Fantastic submission maneuver there, cutting off the flow of oxygen in the brain of the Stro. And I thank you for swallowing Jonathan Styles so we can go back to focusing on the match.
Yes.
He likes to be distracting, doesn't he? Stro potentially getting a pinfall attempt out of this. The Gift kicking out, Stro with a headbutt to the chest. Gift continues to kick out though, Stro back to the headbutt. Kick out by the Gift. It's a good series of wear down strikes though on the power of the Stro, forcing the Gift to continue to kick out of these pinfall attempts. But he's firing away with that thick Cro-Magnum-like skull of his to the solar plexus of the Gift. Trying to destroy some of the strength in the core of Jason the Gift Kincaid. Also a smart maneuver. As you know, the core of the body supports everything else.
Yes.
You're only as strong as your core. The Stro trying to chop him down.
Come on, Jason.
Those knife edges.
Yes.
Nice jawbreaker by the Gift. Gift signaling it's over. Pulls the Stro back up to his feet. It looks to be going to run off the ropes. What's this guy doing?
Who is that? Who is that?
What are you doing, North Star?
What's Steve Austin doing? No! Come on!
And the Stro.
Come on! Kick out, Jason! Come on!
Oh my God!
Who was that?
and the cowardly quick pinfall out of nowhere.
That was ridiculous.
This is the gifting and the crucifix style maneuver. The stepping stone stills one.
That was a call for. Yes, he was.
Dishonest. I can't believe my
I
eyes.
saw it.
Ref, can't you see anything?
I said get out of here.
Can't you see
You got
anything?
chipped.
He pulled the
You
tights.
are lucky.
He pulled the tights and he cheated.
You got so
He
lucky.
cheated a decent
Wait till
honest
you
man.
I'm going to get it. Wait till you're in the ring, son. That belt ain't going to be yours for
Here's the
long.
most destructive force in the balance state. He's going to go right over top of this rope.
Wait till I'm in the ring with you. It ain't going to be pretty.
But you gotta wonder what's going to happen to the stepping stone when it gets stepped on by a bulldozer.
You can have it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in just a few moments. Gift, don't you worry, you got another day. Too much talent to stay down long. Ladies and gentlemen, Mountain State Wrestling fans, stay tuned. More great action coming at you.
Fans, now let's get some comments from Diablo Jr. and the Dark Horse, Matt Barnett.
I am the junior heavyweight champion. I don't need any partners. Kid, I left you because you wasn't good enough. And now you think you're going to challenge me? Lift that belt up. And now you think you're going to challenge me? Non-title, you ain't getting no title shot. You're nothing but a punk. And I'm going to show you why I am the best today.
Diablo, I don't care if it's for the title or if it's not for the title. I don't care about wins or losses. I don't care about money. I don't care about fame. I'm coming out there and I'm going to prove to everybody that I'm the real deal.
Let's go to the ring for our second match of the day. And you see the most dishonest man sits the Maestro making his way to the ring, the most arrogant man in the history of professional wrestling, the ugliest man in the history of professional wrestling, the Chupacabra of Mexico.
What? Good, give it to him, Diablo.
Keep on, I'm going to come out there, I'm going to rip that off your head, I'm going to grab you by your...
You're going to have to talk to my lawyers and gain this much credibility before you talk to me like that. I'll sue you in a heartbeat.
When you go and you get your lawyer and I'll knock him out too. Come on, boy.
Oh,
You better file for some support at the rate I'm going to sue you or you're going to need some workman's comp, brother.
fans, Steve
Unbelievable.
Hensley does not represent the views of Mountain State Wrestling.
But I do represent my views. That man is a dishonest, ugly coward, and I can't wait to see him get what's coming to him.
And if there's anybody who knows about dishonest, ugly cowards, it's Stephen Hensley.
Because I have to stare at guys like you and Diablo Jr. all day.
Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. Got my glasses on the door. I'm gonna hit this city. Before I leave, brush my teeth.
Now you see Matt Barnett, the victim of a soundboard malfunction.
Unbelievable! I feel so bad for Matt Barnett.
Matt Barnett not having a good series of weeks here. Betrayed by the Chupacabra of Mexico last week, and this week, the victim of pop music phenomenon. Why is this playing? It's burning my ears.
No! Hey, Matt Barnett has a good time at it.
Matt Barnett riding the pony, making the best of a bad situation.
Oh my gosh.
10-minute contest. It is for the NWA State Wrestling Junior title. First, in this corner right here, weighing in at 205 pounds from Jacksonville, Florida, he is the Dark Horse, Matt Barnett.
We may have to change his name from the Dark Horse to the Good Sport.
No kidding. No kidding.
Junior heavyweight champion, weighing in at 165 from Mexico City, Mexico, Diablo Jr.
And there you see
Matt Richmond.
the Chupacabra in Mexico and Matt Barnett staring each other eye to eye right now. Diablo Jr. can't keep his eye on the prize here. I hope that results in a pinfall loss here tonight and a victory for the Dark Horse.
Like a house of fire coming out there. Just going to work on him.
Sends him up the rope. Nice back elbow.
Matt Barnett wasting no time. I'll tell you what, I bet this is a little revenge for last week when Diablo stiffed him and left him there to take that beating.
You can never trust a Chupacabra. They'll steal your goat and your dignity in 10 seconds.
But the fact that this man is not a goat eater.
That's disputable, but again, you see Matt Barnett staying on Diablo Jr., goes to the outside, throws him back into the ring, makes his way through the ring ropes, and the Chupacabra in Mexico is begging forgiveness. Don't trust him. Stay on him just like that, Matt Barnett, and you may deliver a victory tonight.
And I tell you what, Matt Barnett, I'd love to see go home with that heavyweight title. What a feather in the man's cap would be.
Nice flying movement-style clothesline by Diablo Jr. there.
Absolutely.
Stops to the back of Barnett, who's in trouble now.
And fans, if you think this match is something you don't want to go anywhere and miss the main event this hour, we got Tenney taking on Dynamite Derik.
It's going to be a fantastic contest there. Every time you see Dynamite in the ring, you can count on seeing exactly that. Dynamite.
Absolutely.
Diablo Jr. staying on the dark horse. Sending him off the ropes. Dark horse bounding back. Back elbow by Diablo Jr. Pacing around, surveying the situation.
Diablo Jr. using the ropes for leverage now. Choking out Matt Barnett.
It's like I've always said. Diablo Jr. has no respect in his entire being. He's the most disrespectful, disgusting, ugly waste of space I've ever seen don a pair of wrestling boots.
What? He's not. I mean, you're talking about a man who's held numerous tag team titles, junior heavyweight title.
A man that leaves his partner high and dry. A man who leaves a rookie out there to fend with veterans. No, sir. Diablo Jr. is no hero or role model. Diablo Jr. is finally showing his true colors. He's green with envy for everyone around him. The only man he's ever cared about is himself.
Well, his head is kind of in the... No, look at that. Using the ropes. I'm a little shocked at the recent tactics of Diablo Jr. This is not the man that I have known for many months now.
This is the man I've always seen through, though. And you see Diablo Jr. bringing Matt Barnett back up to his feet, some measurement for that big Chupacabra headbutt of his. Battering ram headbutt to the gut. Cinches in into a DDT. Excuse me, a front face lock into a DDT. And Matt Barnett's staring up at the ceiling right now. I hate to say it, but it doesn't look good for him at the moment.
No, Matt Barnett definitely semi-conscious after that front face lock DDT that he's taken from Diablo Jr. along with taking those headbutts. Diablo Jr. known for having one of the toughest heads in Mountain State Wrestling. And Matt Barnett trying to fight up and deliver some forearms to the back there and taking Diablo Jr. down.
Hoping to find momentum, but Diablo Jr. cut him off. The veteran of the two men in the ring sends Barnett into the corner turnbuckle. Leaves him draped over those ropes there, measures him, bounds off, giant shoulder block to the right kidney of Matt Barnett.
Very detailed, Stephen Hensley, and now, what Diablo Jr.
Dragon sleeper on the ropes, maybe, no, and the force of the maneuvers being performed in the ring seems to be tearing apart the background.
Unbelievable, fans. And Matt Barnett dazed and confused now as Diablo Jr. has complete offense and performing an Irish whip off the ropes, but a reversal, and Matt Barnett with a great power slam gets to be at 1, 2, yes, new champion, no!
Oh, sorry, referee out of the position there. If he'd been quicker to get the 3 count started there, Matt Barnett may have pulled it off. But you see Diablo Jr. right back to the offense there with a fantastic jawbreaker.
I tell you what, Matt Barnett, he's no flash in the pan. He's definitely working hard to get this match. And wait, look at the low blow by Diablo Jr. And why is Otsuji McPeak talking to the referee?
Good Lord Almighty, I hate to say it, but in the words of Jacques Moliere, that, my friend, does not tickle.
That's true. Oh, what is Diablo Jr. doing? Ref disqualifying the man. Midsection, my eye.
Diablo pulling the young man back up to his feet again. You gotta wonder how much more Barnett can take. This man has a lot of heart. He has a lot of intestinal fortitude, as you were saying earlier. But I don't know how much more of this punishment he can take.
Irish whip now. Diablo Jr. getting reversed, and Barnett trying to pick him up for a spine buster. Yeah!
Nails it! Diablo Jr.'s prone body now being pulled towards the turnbuckle. I question the sanity of Matt Barnett wasting so much time here.
I think
he grabs both the legs.
Matt Barnett, he's returning the favor.
There's your receipt, Diablo. Get ready to sing soprano in the Mexican Chupacabra choir.
Matt Barnett now needs to really capitalize if he's going to go on with victory in that junior heavyweight title. Irish whip into the corner, down with Diablo, face first to the mat.
See Diablo Jr. grabbing his back there. A lot of momentum behind that Irish whip into the corner there. And it might be the difference maker that Barnett's been looking for. But as soon as I say that, Diablo Jr. shot to the gut, dishonest rake to the eyes, picks him up.
Getting ready to go for a sidewalk slam.
Plants him. 1, 2.
Barnett shoving him off, yes!
Barnett's still in this one. Diablo Jr. starting to look frustrated. Goes up to the middle turnbuckle. Takes time to mouth off to the ref, flies up. Drop kick to the chest of Matt Barnett. Matt Barnett back down to the mat. Diablo Jr. once again grabbing both legs. What's he going to do here? He's going to turn over.
Going for a Boston Crab submission maneuver. Barnett really needs to get to the ropes. Come on, Matt, work your way over there, boy. Well, that's all about ropes. That's the break, yeah.
Good instinct there by Barnett to break up the hold. Diablo Jr. relinquishing control of that hold. Barnett looking back up at the lights though, and Diablo going right back to the boots and the sternum and the chest.
And I tell you, Barnett really learning his way around that wrestling ring there, Steve. Able to be successful in breaking that submission, the maneuver that was applied by Diablo Jr.
He's still got to be successful about regaining the momentum and keeping it. Fantastic knife edge chop though with authority. Diablo right back to that eye rake, quickly becoming his favorite maneuver.
3 minutes.
An Irish whip now, Diablo with the drop kick. Matt Barnett looks like he's trying to catch his wind.
Suji McPeak sending words of encouragement in there to his friend Diablo Jr. But you should be careful. If you were watching the show last week, you saw how Diablo Jr. treats people that count on him.
Well, I know that Diablo wants to mold and put somebody in his own image, and he said it should be.
That would be a terrible thing to do to Suji.
What? Well,
why would you mold somebody into the image of the ugliest thing you know yourself with your Diablo Jr.? Nonetheless, series of pinfall attempts here by Diablo Jr.
Oh, wait, this could be a 1, 2. Oh, wait, I thought we were going to have a new champion.
I got to shut up.
And I tell you, Matt Barnett, he's been fighting this entire match. This entire match, he's just been pushing forward.
Snapmare by Diablo. Kick to the back of Barnett. Barnett just grimacing in pain here. He's absorbed so much punishment already. Diablo sandwiching his head between his knees, just jumping up and just torquing the net and driving the face down into the mat.
And now, wait a minute, small package, this could be it. 1, 2. Oh my God, we got a new champion! Yes! 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 No!
Is it non-title? Is this a title match? Is this non-title match?
No.
Barnett!
Matt Barnett, the new heavyweight champion, according to the code I have.
I'm not so sure about that. Suji McPeak holding on to the title here. We may need to ask for some clarification on the situation.
Well, I tell you got
nonetheless, you see the most dishonest man in the sport today in the ring, stunned at the upset victory by Matt Barnett.
Barnett should be the new champion by my card. I want to run the gyms and learn. I like to do this.
I don't believe Diablo Jr. allowed this to be a title contest.
Oh, wait a minute.
You see Diablo Jr. showing disrespect to his good buddy there, Suji McPeak. What a disgusting display of sportsmanship by the ugliest man in the history of professional wrestling.
I tell you what,
You gonna take that?
And you see Diablo Jr., the most dishonest today, making his way to the back now.
No, it's not.
Fans, it's not too early to think about those stocking stuffers. Learn how you can get a copy of March Madness 2.
Wrestling fans, ooh la la! The Maestro of Wrestling, the Stro, is here to tell you good people about the greatest DVD coming out of all time. NWA Mountain State Wrestling proudly presents March Madness #2. With all the great matches going on the line, street fights, last man standing, tables and ladders and chairs. Oh my! It's all going down. Check us out. March Madness 2.
Available at MountainStateWrestling.com and MSW Shop Zone, baby. Check it out, www.MountainStateWrestling.com. Ooh la la.
Before our next match, let's go to the back and get comments from the legit hit Bryan Kyle.
You know what, this morning, I have the displeasure of wrestling the Bandit. You know what, Bandit, I've seen what you've done. You claim to be around for 20 years, right? Well, you know what, I think me and my boys have beat you a time or two, so obviously you're not too experienced. This morning, Bandit, you want to step into the ring with the legit hit? Well, you're going to find out just why they call me the legit hit. You better bring your A game, boy.
And you see making their way out to the ring, the most dominant faction in professional wrestling today, the Gift Garage. Bryan Kyle stepping through the ropes now to receive his acknowledgement from the fans as one of the greatest competitors in the history of our business and one half of the NWA Mountain State Wrestling Tag Team Champions of the world. Leonard Sims needs to watch himself or he might end up on the receiving end of a TY FHO clothesline, sir.
Have you forgot who signs the paychecks around here?
Yeah, he does.
That would explain the size of the paycheck sometimes.
My paycheck's just fine, thank you. That's what happens when you're the more talented of two people and you carry someone, though, Jonathan.
Oh, shit.
It's all right. You can send your thank yous to me for helping you save your job week in, week out by making you
Bandit with no music, just coming out.
Bandit doesn't need music. The Bandit's a rough, tough customer. He is intimidated by absolutely no one.
This match is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. First, in this corner right here, weighing in at 280 pounds, he is the Bandit! Second, he is one half of the NWA Mountain State Wrestling Tag Team Champion. He weighs in at 250 pounds. From Princeton, West Virginia, the legit head, Bryan.
God bless you, sir. God bless you.
After this match, Matt Richmond.
I tell you what, this is going to be a really good match. You got a former four-time tag team champion and television champion, the Bandit, taking on the legit hit Bryan Kyle.
Former television champion himself.
Yeah. I guess you got to give credit what credit's due.
Bryan Kyle forcing the Bandit into the corner, measuring him. Stiff forearm shot to the jaw. Looks like he caught him with the edge of the elbow on the cheek there.
Yeah. The ref claiming was that closed fist.
Well, no one accused the referee of being very smart.
Oh,
saw the series of slow counts he's been giving as of late when the contest involved the Gift Garage. I think the referee might be on the tape.
He's not. He's absolutely.
You're the man, sir!
I tell you what, the legit hit Bryan Kyle is about to get his own from the Bandit. Because I tell you what, if he does not open that fist, Bandit's going to deliver one of those big ham hocks of his own right to Bryan Kyle.
Ham hock is an appropriate way to describe the Bandit's fist, too. Good Lord, that's a big fist coming at you.
Oh, look at the Bandit. There you go. Ham hock after ham hock, baby. That was a hip toss. And the Bandit now in control after that hip toss.
Bryan Kyle very surprised that the Bandit, with this flurry of offense at the beginning, has him on the run this early in the contest. I've got to admit, I'm a little stunned myself. He does have the mind of a wrestler.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And Bandit has that ability to adapt to any sort of style as you saw in Mount Hope when him and the Big Willie Blackheart took on Team Mega.
Oh, good Lord Almighty, what a contest that was. And they may have walked out the NWA Mountain State, the NWA North American Tag Team Champions, if not for the interference of the ugliest, most disrespectful man in professional wrestling today, the Chupacabra from Mexico himself, Diablo Jr.
My memory's a little fuzzy when it comes to that. Boom slam by the Bandit now.
Let me refresh your memory here. The selfish man that Diablo Jr. is, the man who has never defeated Team Mega, thought that he deserved the tag team title shot with his partner at the time, Tenney, more than the two men that were actually capable of pinning the North American Tag Team Champions. And they cost them the shot because they couldn't respect what should have been their opportunity, their night to take home the belts for our home team.
But they were the tag team champions at that time, Tenney and Diablo Jr., and had a legitimate claim.
They had a legitimate claim to maybe challenging after the Bunkhouse Boys won it, but they in no way, shape, or form accomplished what the Bunkhouse Boys did when they defeated Team Mega. I digress though. Back into the in-ring action, Bryan Kyle with a series of stiff boots to the upper body of the Bandit. And you see there the gift garage working on the leg of the Bandit, not giving the big man a moment to get out of this disadvantageous situation.
And I tell you, one thing is the best way to settle this argument, Steve, is to recommend the Cucumber Company to put that match on our new YouTube channel. Have you seen that YouTube channel yet?
I believe I have. There's quite a few clips of matches that I've called that sound fantastic, and then quite a few clips of the Dark Ages, back when nobody knew how to call a match when you were pulling it off.
What?
It's all right, brother. I'll teach you as we go. But you see in the ring here, Bryan Kyle with a nice leg lock on the Bandit. The Bandit reaching for the ropes, trying to get out of this maneuver, maybe roll Bryan Kyle over. But at this moment, Bryan Kyle sustains his momentum and reaches for a little help from his friends.
Look what King Richard's doing.
What's wrong with getting by with a little help from your friends?
A little cheating by your friends.
How can you question our noble heavyweight champion?
No, wait a minute. He's holding the hand of Bryan Kyle. Strut winks at me, and Kyle calls me Kosi Kosi. What is up with that?
You know, Jonathan Styles, I have to say from the bottom of my heart, I'm a little upset that you would have such disrespect for a certain group of people out there, that you would make comments like that. It's in poor taste. You need to learn to rein yourself in and focus on the in-ring competition. Stop being disrespectful. Thank you very much.
Political commentaries aside.
Nice snapmare there by Bryan Kyle. Kick to the back of the Bandit. The Bandit in trouble here.
Yeah, he's going to have...
Bryan Kyle sees to dish out more punishment. Rolling heel kick. Right back on top with the lateral press. 1, 2. Near fall there by Bryan Kyle.
And I tell you, Bandit almost having a handicap match out there. That's 3-on-1 with the fact you have Jason the Gift Kincaid and former heavyweight champion King Richard out there as well.
Sir, it's all right. We'll argue that one another time, another place.
And now Bryan Kyle trying to get Bandit out on the mat, but just continues to put the boots to him instead.
It's kind of a tough challenge moving that man when you can't get him up to his feet. You certainly aren't going to motivate him to get up any quicker.
Oh, now what is this? Look at the gift!
That size. I think they're checking the Bandit's pulse to make sure he's still in this one, that he hasn't lost too much oxygen.
I think they just took away his oxygen and trying to get back.
Loss of oxygen of the brain is a terrible thing. It can result in brain damage. It can result in subdural hematomas. I mean, the last thing I want to see the Bandit get hurt here. And kudos to the Gift Garage for having enough respect for their fellow sportsmen in this contest to check on him and make sure of his well-being.
So how much oxygen did you lose then, Steve?
I gotta tell you, I hold my breath every time I see a contest between two exciting competitors like this. But I think I'm doing all right, Jonathan Styles. No need to worry about me, brother.
Oh, shit. Speaking of exciting matches, the next match, the main event.
Nice flying shoulder block by the Bandit. Are you kidding me?
Tenney taking on Derik Billings in our main event. Wait a minute.
King Richard there trying to explain the injustices that have incurred already in this match to the referee.
Where's this foreign object by Bryan Kyle?
That's not a foreign object. It was bought in America, and Bryan Kyle measuring him. And you see the Bandit mouthing off to King Richard. I wish he was giving Kyle the prize. Bryan Kyle misses there though. The Bandit's package.
Yes.
2, 3. And the Bandit with the big win rolls to the outside. Bryan Kyle and the Gift Garage could not believe themselves. And the Bandit, the victor today. Very, very fortunate indeed. Very fortunate indeed for the Bandit.
Before the big match, fans, let's go and get comments from Dynamite Derik Billings and Dwayne Tenney.
Mullins, West Virginia, today is your lucky day because once again, you're in the presence of greatness. Dwayne Tenney, you want to step in the ring with Dynamite Derik Billings? Well, I can guarantee you one thing. Tonight, you step in the ring for the last time.
Derik, another night, another match. Doesn't matter if we're in Mullins, doesn't matter if we're in Hinton, it doesn't matter where we're at. For some reason, you keep crossing my path. all you do is run your mouth, night after night after night. You ain't showed me nothing without your little girlfriends. So tonight, I'm gonna shut your mouth permanently.
Former heavyweight champion, current tag team champion, Tenney, of course, a former tag team champion. Could you remind me who he lost that title to in conjunction with his partner Diablo Jr.? Oh yes, that's right. It was the legit hit Bryan Kyle and his opponent, Dynamite Derik Billings.
Can you remind me who interfered in that match? Oh yeah, the former heavyweight champion, King Richard.
I don't remember the former heavyweight champion. I do remember the current heavyweight champion, King Richard, though.
He is one half of the NWA Mountain State Wrestling Tag Team Champion, weighed in at 260 pounds from Princeton, West Virginia. He is Dynamite Derik Billings.
I would stop with the sucking up, sir.
Dynamite! I love this man. And you see Tenney looking on as Dynamite Derik throws his entrance gear to the outside.
Well, I tell you what, Tenney's definitely focused, and after last week's six-man tag match, I'm sure he wants a piece of Derik Billings.
Collar and elbow tie up to start this one off. Tenney jockeying for position, holding on to Dynamite Derik's arm, trying to gain control, and he does. Straight into a wrist with an arm bar. Jumping up, forcing the arm of Dynamite Derik down, applying all that pressure, torquing the shoulder and the rotator cuff. But you see, Dynamite Derik, already a reversal armbar of his own into a hammer lock. And almost a modified bear hug across the arm there, over top of the
rib cage,
the biceps almost of Tenney, making it a little bit harder to reverse that maneuver. Tenney does, straight into a rear waist lock.
And now Tenney getting some control and submission style, and Tenney down to the mat.
Nice waist lock takedown there, but Dynamite straight to the ropes there. Ref starts the 5 count.
And does break it up. Hey, do you know what Derik Billings and King Richard have in common?
They're winners.
They're both former heavyweight champions.
Oh, Jonathan Styles. Your historical inaccuracies never cease to amaze me.
Another waist lock there as Derik Billings is going to try to get it, and Tenney trying to come around again, and he does. And will Tenney be successful with the second time of taking him down to the mat? Or will Derik Billings be, wait a minute, no!
Dynamite holding on to the ropes though. Goes for a big hit, misses. Tenney also on Dynamite Derik. Looks like Dynamite made his head on that. Big back elbow to Dynamite. Dynamite turns into a big scoop by Tenney. Deposits him in the center of the ring. Goes for a big ball. But Dynamite straight to the ropes there. And Tenney having a hard time capitalizing on all the momentum he gained. And Dynamite, reversal of fortunes, stiff shots to the gut, have certainly halted Tenney slashing the hand momentum. But reversal already. Dynamite over the top. Arm drag. And he holds onto the arm there. Tenney in control.
Yeah, Tenney applying the arm bar here after a great momentum with that drop down as he shifted the momentum coming off the ropes, and now in complete control of this match. And Tenney trying to take apart the arm. Tenney, a master submissionist, as well as known for his, that famous one knockout punch which helped him win the TV title.
And Tenney dropping the leg across the arm of Dynamite Derik, pulling that wrist across his own quadricep, firmly in control of the position on his arm, hurting the wrist, and I suspect probably also hurting the bicep and the triceps of Dynamite Derik with this hold. Just pulling his arm in any direction he wants, at least for the moment.
And Tenney using submission style, and Derik Billings with some wicked elbows, breaks out of it, and just plants a boot right on Tenney's back and shoulder.
Dynamite lifts him back up. Looks like he's going to be sending him into the corner. Hits him with the forearm smash to the upper body, gets him off the ropes. But Tenney a reversal on the Irish whip. Off the ropes. And you see right there, he ran straight into the turnbuckle there. Dynamite toss on that already hit on, drops the leg across it, and now Dynamite is the one firmly in control of the arm lock.
And I tell you what, that full head of steam that Tenney had when he was coming into the corner may have been the mistake of the night.
And a stiff armbar there with the legs grapevine by Dynamite Derik. on Tenney, who's lost one of his most important assets in the match, his ability to throw that punch with the left arm. His ability to firmly use that arm to hold on to submission maneuvers.
Yeah, and Derik Billings pretty much dismantling that left arm in there, or right arm right there.
4 minutes into this match.
It's the left arm.
Left arm from my angle. I'm left and right.
Oh! And the positioning on that when he stomped down was just horrifying to look at. That could shatter a bone in a heartbeat, Jonathan.
Oh yeah, that forearm could be shattered, that tibia could be...
That forearm could be shattered, that bicep could be bruised, that tricep could be torn. There's a number of terrible things happening to Dwayne Tenney right now, and none of them bode well for his future in this contest.
Absolutely not. Tenney needs to really get something going and get off that mat. And the referee kind of in the way to keep Tenney from grabbing the ropes. As Tenney tries to get out of the submission maneuver hold now, and Derik Billings dropping elbows to Tenney, and
just driving that knee down.
Absolutely.
The name of the game right now is pain, sir, and nobody plays that game better than Dynamite Derik.
Derik Billings, the enforcer of the gift garage, and I remember many months ago trying to collect that score against the bounty.
Oh, good Lord, almost snapped his arm in two there.
5 minutes into this match.
And Dwayne Tenney has got to wonder what he did in a past life to be served up in this one as a sacrificial lamb to Dynamite Derik.
Well, I think it's just a matter of time before Tenney figures out what he needs to do. He's just
I think what he needs to do right now is throw in the towel because he isn't looking too good. And Dynamite just firm control, holds onto that arm in every position, grapevines it in that arm bar, using his legs to hold onto it, grabbing a hold of the neck, pulling back on the other arm. He's just pulling his body in two directions together in a way that it's not meant to move.
And Derik Billings putting his feet. Now just the intimidation factor and psychological warfare being applied by Derik Billings. This could be it.
Near fall there for Dynamite. Ref with a slow count again.
6 minutes to the match.
And a boot straight to the back. Keeps Tenney down. Tenney trying to just even take a moment to catch his breath, and Derik Billings staying totally on top of him.
Derik Billings onto that arm, falls back down on top of it, and he's right back to dishing out the pain there with that wrist lock, holding onto the arm, controlling all the leverage from that side of Tenney's body. See Tenney trying to roll away there, but you can't roll with your arm at that angle.
No, you can't.
Even yourself.
And just the when he brings to the ring, the intestinal fortitude that he has, the way he stays on top of a competitor here.
Nice spinning kick by Dynamite on Dwayne Tenney, who looked like he might be able to regain control of this one. But alas, it was not to be for that poor man. And Dynamite Derik, still the fresher of the two, still the less hurt of the two. And he looks like he's in a good position to wrap this thing up any minute now.
Well, I tell you what, if he was at any sense of intelligence, I would end the psychological warfare and go for a submission or any combination.
Well, I imagine that's what you do, but Dynamite, and you might consider this a character flaw, I certainly don't. He likes hurting people. That's his thing. It's who he is, it's what he does. And right now, he's having the time of his life in there against Dwayne Tenney. He just loves to hear these agonizing screams from his opponents. And tonight, he is in rare form, just absolutely decimating Dwayne Tenney almost entirely from the opening bell.
But let me say something there, Steve. Yeah, you can like decimating people, you can like causing pain, but the longer you're in that ring,
you can like stomping on somebody's arm and watching them grimace like I am right now.
But the fact of the matter is, the longer you're in that ring, the more you give a chance that your opponent can make a comeback and garner a victory.
The longer Dwayne Tenney's in that ring, the longer he's going to need to stay in the hospital after this one is over. Dynamite is just taking him to task tonight.
But I have to disagree with the fact of his strategy.
He's literally wiping the mat with Dwayne Tenney right now, and then right back into that arm bar. just pulling back there. The elbow is not meant to go in that direction. If he pulls any harder, we're going to hear it snap.
Grab saying no. Tenney does not want to submit. Tenney.
And Dynamite just chopping away at the face and the neck of Dwayne Tenney there.
9 minutes into the match. 9 minutes.
And Dynamite's starting to look like he's tired of playing with him. He wants to go ahead and end this one, wrap it up, and go on to the victory party with the rest of the gift garage.
Well, I tell you what,
Dwayne Tenney doesn't know well enough to stay down. You gotta kind of feel sorry for the man.
Well, Tenney has to start be thinking he's going to have to do something, some miracle. Something's going to have to give. And there it is, a flying buster!
Well, he certainly did something, but is he in a position to capitalize on that, Jonathan Styles? That's the question.
Yeah, that is the $64,000 question. Can Tenney get up?
The ref's starting a 10 count here.
And can Tenney get up? Can he feel it? Can he get that knockout punch delivered? And wait a minute, yeah, knockout!
Doesn't look like Dynamite's knocked out yet to me, but good Lord Almighty, he's definitely rocking the big man.
I tell you what, Tenney would have that normally a knock. 10 minutes.
Nice flying body splash by Tenney.
And what I was going to say, Steve, normally that would be a knockout punch, but Tenney is so tired. Oh, he got the spare, but nobody home.
He might have a concussion from that one.
And coming up, the reversal. And
holy God!
Yes, wait a minute. What is this?
That's a takedown by Tenney. But you see, the gift garage already in the ring. Spear, no spear. Battering ram shot doesn't matter. Dwayne Tenney is in a bad spot for sure right now.
Yeah, wait a minute. Where's Leonard Sims? Where's Larry Light to review this footage? Where's Bob Trovich to check in?
You can tell him a winner all you want, but you gotta admit, Jonathan Styles, he sure as hell doesn't look like a winner right now.
No, he does. I mean, we need to get some medical attention out here. We need to get some security out here. We need to get somebody out here to stop this assault.
This is even painful for me to watch. I like seeing the man hurt. But the only thing that Dwayne Tenney is looking at right now is a possible arm surgery in his future. They're just out to hurt this man right now. You just see the gift just wrenching back there. Might have popped his arm out of socket.
Oh, and what is he doing? No!
You see the gift holding the arm out there?
Oh, no!
Falling senton splash on the arm. King Richard back to putting the boots to it. And somebody's got to get out here and stop this. Dwayne Tenney's already done. He's already going to need medical attention. It's unfortunate, but it's what's going to happen when you go up against a force like the gift garage. You've got to listen.
The idiots with foolish pride.
Foolish pride. Chalk another career lost up to it. Dwayne Tenney should have known when to well enough walk away from this one.
Wait a minute. He fought diligently in this match.
And it served him to absolutely no avail. This man's career has been shortened by this attack, if not altogether ended. We really need to get somebody out here to medically check on this man. He is hurt, and he is hurt bad.
Fans, what a great hour this has been this morning. Maestro continued his dominance as the heavyweight champion with that victory over the Jason the Gift Kincaid. Bandit went home victorious, and the upset by Matt Barnett is one for the record books. And don't forget
Good job, Matt Barnett. Good job.
Absolutely. And fans, unfortunately, continue to check the website. Check Mountain State Wrestling. Tenney, severely injured, even though he garnered the victory against Derik Billings.
That's right, fans. Now remember, every Sunday at 11 o'clock, Fox 59 NWA Mountain State. With you as always, Jonathan Styles and the Outlaw Rockstar Stephen Hensley. Coming to you 11 to 12 like we do every week from the heart of your television screen. Baby, Daddy's coming home. We love you guys. See you next time.